Oh, Smoothie, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Oh, Smoothie. Woo, woo, oh, Smoothie. Hey, it's Jessie from Wearing Happy, and I have something really exciting to share with you, and it's something I've actually been wanting to share with you for a while now, and it's something I do every day, and it's something I make, and I make it for me and my husband, and it's a smoothie. And I know you might make a smoothie at home, but this is the way I do mine, or ours. And I also had a health mentor that's a dear friend of mine that has helped me figure out exactly like what I really need in my diet. Like I don't want to leave it out. And so I'll be sharing a lot of that with you today. And this is the #1 product right here. This is what I really want to talk about. It's a really good product, and it was recommended by my mentor. And it's raw organic meal. And just here on the label, I'm a vegetarian, and a lot of people ask me where I get my protein. When they first find out, they ask me, where do you get your protein? And as a vegetarian, I'm sure if you are one, then you've been asked the same question. But this has 20 grams in one serving. So I get over half of my daily protein just in the morning. So it also has 44 superfoods and less than 1 gram of sugar, and it only has 1.5 grams of fat. So, and it's 115 calories. 115 calories in this, in one serving. And just so you know, those calories are packed with nutrients. It's not just the calories that you get. They're all important and good for your body. So this is what I use every day. And this is vanilla. They have different flavors. I've tried the chocolate, but I love the vanilla most. So me and my husband both, it's our favorite. But something I do before my smoothie is I take a multivitamin every day, and it's Raw 1 for women. So I do that every day, and that was another recommendation by my health mentor. So let's see. I guess I'll just get started. And by the way, there's going to be some links below for where you can find these things, like this, and my vitamin, you know, and even this blender. Let me talk about this blender for just a second. We got this as a Christmas present from my mother-in-law, and it's been so great. I mean, we've had it almost 3 years now, and I use it every day. The first year I probably didn't use it every day, but I use it every day. I've taken it on vacation with me to the beach because it's so good. And it's easy to clean. You know, once I use it, this is the part I use. There's also this part that you can use for smaller, you know, if you want a smaller smoothie, or, you know, whatever you want to blend. I mean, this will make sauces and just a lot of different things. But primarily, we use it for our smoothies. But once you get done, all I do is I rinse it out, and I have a brush that I like scrub the sides, and I clean out the lid, and I'm done. You know, don't have to clean this out. I don't even take it apart, because I use it every day, so I just rinse it out and I'm done. So it's really easy to use. It's the NutriBullet RX, and if you hear that, it suctions to, you know, if you put it on your counter. This is a wooden table, so, you know, that way it doesn't move while you're using it, or, you know, whatever. But anyway, so I'm going to get started with making my smoothie. So I use this one. This is the bigger one. Since I'm making 2 smoothies, that's what I'll do. And I'm using a 20-ounce bottle of water. You know, whatever kind of water you use, just, you know, whatever. Just use some water. I do not use this entire bottle for both of ours. I probably use about 16 ounces of water, probably. And I always pour that in first. That way nothing like sticks to the bottom. I leave about, you know, a little bit left there. And then the first things I like to add are the powder ingredients, because I want those to be at the bottom just because it's easier to mix up, I guess. You know, it doesn't really matter. But and by the way, this raw meal, it's organic and raw, by the way. It comes with your measuring spoon, which is really cool and handy. So this is the amount you need for one smoothie. And like I said, I make 2 because I make one for my husband also. So I'm going to pour 2 in there. And then I just leave that in there. Okay. And now, let's see. I have a lot of different ingredients here. I have spirulina powder, maybe I said it right, which is a heck of a product. I'm telling you, in a cup of this, there is 65 grams of protein. That's crazy. So, you know, if I was feeling low on protein, just take some of this. But since I have other ingredients that contain my protein, I'm just going to do a half a tablespoon. So, here's my tablespoon. I'm just going to do half. And it's a green. It's green. So, I'm getting other greens that I'll be putting in a minute. So, I don't want to add too much. I mean, no one's going to get too many greens in your diet. I know I'm not, so, I mean, I guess you could, but for myself, I know that I don't, so that's why I added spirulina to my smoothies for more greens. Let's see, here I have ginger powder and turmeric powder. Now, I don't know if you've read anything about either of these, but they're similar, but they're different, obviously, but they're so good for you, and they do so many different things. But I'm not going to add a lot of those. I'm just going to do a half a teaspoon of both of those. Because just so you know, they have a strong flavor. So I have added, one day when we first got this, I don't remember how much I did, but it was quite a bit. And I'm actually not even doing a whole half teaspoon. I'm not super strict on the amount of things that I put in here because I know I'm getting a lot of nutrition just with this one product. So all these others are just kind of supplemental. Except for a couple that I will definitely say do not leave those out. But ginger and turmeric, they're both really good for you in so many different ways. I would just recommend going and looking that up about those things. I actually have read that ginger can decrease substantially, significantly, the amount of pain that women have during their menstruation period. So that's a fun fact. Okay, so I've added those three. Now I have two more over here. Camu powder is a great source of vitamin C. So I'm going to add some of that in here. And I'm just going to do a half teaspoon. And then I have pomegranate juice powder. And just so you know, the juice powder is, if you do get fruit powder, you want to get the juice powder because it's more concentrated than a fruit powder. All right, so I have all my powders in there. So now I'm going to move to the good stuff, which is the big fruits. I'm going to move these out of the way for you so you can see a little better. Also, I do apple cider vinegar. And I'm sure that you've all heard of apple cider vinegar with the mother, which sounds so weird. But it's super good for you in numerous amounts of ways that, it's good for digestion, allergies, just a lot of different things. So that was 3 tablespoons. You can add as much or little as you want. It does add a good flavor. So I highly recommend adding that to your smoothie. And this is another very important ingredient. And this was one of the recommendations from my health mentor that I was told not to leave out. It's ground flax seeds. Okay? You can go to your local store, find this on Amazon, different places. We will add a link to where you can find organic ground flax seeds. They have actually been known and through studies to fight against breast cancer, prostate cancer, and ovarian cancer, and other diseases. So don't leave this out of your smoothie. Or if you can put it in your diet in another way, go for it. But that was 2 tablespoons. Alright, so now I get to add my fruit. Now, I add 2 bananas, so I just do 1 banana for me and my husband. You can add more or less, whatever. Some people love bananas. I love bananas. But I just add 1 per smoothie. So, and the reason why I'm using these dark, ripe bananas is because they're sweeter and they add a better flavor and they add a good creaminess to your smoothie, which is really good. You can use green bananas or greener. if that's what you like. I mean, do whatever you want, do what you like, and you know, find what you like. You know, you might want different fruits, you know. Find the smoothie that's good for you, that you enjoy, because I really enjoy my smoothie once I get it and I'm drinking it, and it's so good. But anyways, so I add a ripe banana, and sometimes I add just one, and then I add other stuff just because it can push down a little better, because I get it pretty full. Okay, I'm adding my frozen blueberries. And blueberries are a great source of antioxidants, which are super good for you. And the blueberries really make my smoothie really good. And I use frozen. Another reason why I use frozen is because it makes my smoothie cold. And I'm going to go ahead and add some greens here. And you can get these at your local store, whatever, and get organic. And I do a half spring mix, half spinach mix. And I love to see color with my lettuce. That was another recommendation from my mentor, to include and incorporate different colored lettuce or greens. So, you know, and kale is a great thing to put in your smoothie. Different greens, and I just do, you know, a good handful. And sometimes when it's full like this, in a minute I'm going to go ahead and run it through the blender once, because I kind of push it down. And, oh, I just added cucumbers, and that's a good thing to add. I don't know if you love cucumbers. I used to not even like cucumbers, but I love cucumbers now, and I grew a garden, and so that's fresh cucumbers from my garden. And then I love adding an orange, because it just adds that citrus taste, you know, and it's just fresh orange juice basically going in there. And these are organic oranges, so I just do one. Okay, and like I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and run the blender really fast to kind of get everything smushed down a little more. And so what you do is you just put it on there, and this so I usually do that to kind of get everything mixed up a little better before I add all my last stuff here. And then this is just another frozen fruit blend. I love using frozen fruit because the way they do frozen fruit, it's still really good, nutritious, and it's cold. So I like a cold smoothie. And that has peaches, pineapple, strawberries, mangoes. So it's a good mixture. And then my last banana. And as you can see, I'm getting my thing pretty full. And this blender does have a max line on it, which is kind of down here, but I fill it up and it does just fine. I mean, be careful, you don't want it overflowing and making a big mess, but so, and that's all that I'm going to add. And then this is my last mixture. Goes green when it goes, and then it turns off when it's done. So it's pretty handy. And then you just kind of get that lid off. And this is the bottle I use. It's got a straw, and it's really good. I love filling a lot up in there. To drink my smoothie. So I hope you enjoyed my video today of me showing you how I do my smoothie, and I hope if you decide to make your smoothie that you'll incorporate some of these products, because they're really, really great. And this blender is great, this is great, they're all great, and there will be links below to help you find where to get them. And my husband has researched where to get these things at the best deal. You know, you can go to your local health food store, Some of these items might be a little more expensive, but I understand if you want to support your local stores, that's awesome. But if you want to find it for a little cheaper, we're going to help you with that, and just follow the link below and have a happy day.
Oh, Smoothie, you're so fun, you blow my mind. Oh, Smoothie, woo, woo, oh, Smoothie.